Hey guys, what's up? It's been a while since I've cooked a rack of ribs, so in this video I'm going to smoke a rack of baby back ribs on my Weber kettle grill. And I'm using a real simple method. I'm not even going to wrap them. So if you're interested in learning how to do ribs, stick around and watch this video. Hey guys, I've got my grill set up for smoking, getting it ready. I just got some good lump charcoal and a little bit of hickory wood in there, some little small chunks. I've got a rack of baby backs here, and I'm doing this real simple. I won't even wrap them. I'm just going to put a little mustard for binder, and if you don't even have to do this, but I find that it helps to rub it here to the ribs just a little bit. We'll rub it down with this. Rub the other side a little, and I'd already taken these ribs and trimmed them up just a little. I didn't do much to them. I took this membrane on the bottom off and maybe trimmed up just a little fat and a few little pieces on the edge, and that was it. Going for a simple cook and a simple method today. I don't want to overcomplicate this. Good food don't have to be complicated. I stopped at the grocery store on the way home from work, and I picked up this Grill Mates honey hickory. I thought I'd give it a shot. I don't know, it smells pretty good. It's got some kind of a hickory flavor to it. I'm just going to lightly dust it with this for the first coat. I'll rub that on there a little bit. I'm going with this, and I've used this in a previous video. It's from Grill Mates also. It's called Chipotle Roasted Garlic, and I've used this on some tenderloin. I've used it on chicken. This will be the first time I've used it on ribs, but it was really good, and I wanted to use something also that would impart would actually give it a little bit of color. So I'm going to just go over with this. Not going to go real crazy with the rub, because I want to pick up a lot of the flavor from that, actually from the ribs themselves. And when these get close to being finished, I'll glaze them with just a little bit of barbecue sauce. That's all I'm going to do. I'll turn them over and do the same thing on the other side. Might hit this side with just a little bit more of this chipotle roasted garlic. And that's it, guys. Now I've already got my grill up to temperature. I'm going to try to stay around 250 degrees on this cook, or as close as I can. I'm using a Weber kettle, as I mentioned earlier. I actually have the vents closed down on the bottom one to about a third, the top one about a third, and I'll start out there. Go ahead and take the lid off and put these on here. This is a good method to use if you're just getting off work and you got a few hours before dinner, before supper. I anticipate this to take about 4 to 5 hours probably. And that's it. I'm just going to keep them on that side. The most that I might do, I'll check on them maybe about once an hour, and I might rotate them, flip them around so that each side kind of gets even exposure to the fire or to the heat. I'm going to put a lid on these, and I'll check back in about an hour. Guys, if you was wondering how much charcoal that I used, I put about a full chimney of unlit charcoal in here. Then I used about I guess a quarter of a chimney full that I lit, poured on top of that. And if you can see there, I'm using some hickory wood chunks, and that, in addition to this good lump charcoal, should give us some really good flavor. When I'm smoking foods, I like to use a good hardwood lump. This Cowboy brand I found to be some good charcoal. I also really love Royal Oak. That's what I buy most of the time. I also use little wood chunks. These are hickory. You can pick those up at, a lot of times Walmart will have them, Lowe's. home improvement stores. Anywhere you can get charcoal should usually have those. And then I've got a wood pile. I've got an offset smoker as well, and usually keep some oak or hickory or some kind of good hardwood to split. And if I run out of these, sometimes I'll take a saw and cut little chunks out of that to use. Here we are, guys, at the 1 hour check-in. I don't know about you, but I like the color that these are taking on. Still got plenty of charcoal to do us for the rest of the cook. I'm going to flip these around just so that this side can get the same amount of heat the other one's getting. Put this lid back on here so that fire died down. Don't want the temperature to get too out of control. Been maintaining about 250 degrees. Hey guys, this is what they look like 2 hours in. Starting to see just a little bit of pull away on the bones. Beautiful color. I'd say we're probably about halfway or over. We'll look at them again in about another hour. This is 3 hours in. They look beautiful, or I think so anyway, and they smell great. Still got plenty of charcoal. Could go for several more hours probably if needed to. I think I'm going to go ahead and put a glaze on these. Guys, I have tried a lot of barbecue sauces, made a lot of sauces, but I find this hard to beat. I don't know what you think about it. Let me know in the comments if you like it, and let me know what your favorite barbecue sauce is. But I'm just going to lightly I'll just take a brush and sort of glaze these a little. Probably not going to cook them a whole lot longer. I might try doing the bend test on them in a few minutes. I don't really like my ribs to the point to where they're falling off the bones, but I do like them tender. I think I'll turn them over. Do the other side. You see, starting to get some pull away there at the bones. I actually had a little when we looked at them about an hour ago, and I think these look pretty good, which I'm more interested in the way they taste, not in a competition or anything of that nature. Not going for looks, just going for taste. I think that suits me. I'll flip them back over now. In the last rib video that I did, I actually wrapped them in aluminum foil, and a lot of you guys had commented about how that it kind of messed up the bark. I'm going to let that sauce set up, but I usually don't wrap my ribs. Like I said, I don't really want them to the point where they're falling off the bone, and I enjoy a good bark on the outside. But we'll probably cook these for about another hour, and we'll check back with you then. This is the last check-in, guys. We're just under 4 hours. We'll do the bend test. Oh, they're going to come apart. I'm going to go ahead and pull these. We'll let them set just a few minutes, and we'll cut into them and see how they taste. Hey guys, I cooked these for just a little bit under 4 hours, and I pulled them off, and let them rest. I kind of messed the bark up on this just a little bit when I was slicing it, but I'll tell you what, I've already took a couple bites of one, and they're really tender, and they've got a wonderful flavor. The chipotle and the roasted garlic, you can taste that. A little bit of sweetness from that honey hickory, but I'm going to take another bite. They're wonderful. Like I said, I usually don't cook mine till they're falling off the bone, but I do like them tender with just a little bit of a bite to it, and that, I think this is some of the best ribs that I've ever cooked, really. And that cowboy charcoal with the hickory wood chunks just gave us some good smoked flavor. But I'm going to go ahead and eat a few of these. Hope you guys have a great Memorial Day weekend. Try to have another video out next Friday at 6 if I'm able. And God bless you guys.